What's up, guys? It's MC. We have another deck video for you guys tonight. This is our Dandy Baboon deck, and it's kind of like Dandy Warrior, it just doesn't sink. And you'd actually be surprised how much control this deck has. My friend who runs this deck, it's just all about control. You rarely lose hand control, you rarely lose field control. When you do, you usually gain it back the next turn. It works out really well. Two main cards are Green Baboon. This guy is underused after Foolish was limited to 1, but he's amazing. Sure, you can't drop him on battle, but if stuff gets torrentialed, like, even if you flip up Raikou and kill himself, like, target himself and destroy him, you can get him back on that. And he's just a 2600 beat stick. He runs over Stardust. He's really, really good. 3 Rises just is a personal preference of the man who runs the deck. It works really well. It combos with the Phoenixes, because if you Rise it in Phoenix and, like, drop a Dandy off that, that's just, like, rotten. Like, that basically is 2 turns wasted right there. Cyber Dragon, staple in this format. If you watch our other videos, you realize that. 3 Raikous, Beast for a Baboon. They work amazing. They fuel the 3 pots we were on. That whole engine is really good this format. It works out really well. It mills stuff. It allows them to mill the Baboons. You can get them back from the graveyard. It works out really nicely. Super Nimbles to search the Raikous and to search Nimbles, which I'll explain later. Dandies are a staple for this deck. You can ditch them with Phoenix. It works out really well. You can mill them with Raikou. It's great. Giant Rat is just another beast. You can keep poking away at 14. I actually like him because you can search out Trooper and Neo is just fun with all the sinking going on today. So that works out nicely. Nimble and Mongols are another search for Super Nimble, and you'd be surprised how well they work with Baboon because you have to give up 1,000 for him. You keep gaining life, you pot him again, people keep running him over. It's a really battle-heavy format. Works out really well. It's just, he's won games with like 10,000 life and they haven't touched him. Sangan, staple, morphing works really well just to ditch everything. Neo for sinking and Card Trooper for more milling. And those are all pretty much self-explanatory. The 3 pots are the basis of the deck. Just amazing draw power this deck has. You usually get 5 monsters in the graveyard within a turn. Works out really nicely. Books to combo with Raikous. 2 is enough. We don't really have room for a 3rd. It works pretty nicely. Foolish is great with Baboon. You can send Baboon to the graveyard. If you're in a pinch, you can send Dandy. It works out nicely. Cold Wave, just if you Cold Wave something, or if you Cold Wave them on the turn and somehow get up Baboon, that really hurts them. They can't bottomless it. Brain, Mystic, Heavy, staples. 2 bottomless staples. Phoenixes are great in this deck. You can ditch Dandies for a +2. You can ditch Baboon. He comes back. That works really well. Call is a really nice piece of tech in this deck. You got the floaters like Dandy. You can bring that up, get a +2. But what's interesting is you can call up a beast monster, and if they heavy, you can call up a beast, and he's dying by a card effect, so you can get Baboon off him, so that works really nicely. Mirror and Torrential are the last 2, that works out. We have an interesting side deck. This deck can kind of side in, because none of the beast cards are affected by Skill Drain. Skill Drain is a great way to stop, like, Mechanic Gadget, Light Sworn, even works well against Infernities. So we have 2 Barbaros. He works out really nicely. He's a nice beat stick. If any of you guys have seen him with Skill Drain, that fucks up people. DD Crows, just to derail the X-Saber engine and the Infernities. 3 King Tigers, just another beast monster to add on to the whole Baboon theme, and he stops Gadget, he messes Gadget up. Infernity Wave, just to counteract the Infernity OTK, so that works really well. Did I say Infernity Wave?
Yeah.
My Intercept Wave, sorry about that, guys. 2 Dusts, just kind of a staple in a side deck. It messes up Black Whirlwind, so we like that. Imperial Iron is just a needed card in a side deck. This deck revolves around the graveyard. You can chain that to something that's trying to remove. It works really well, especially with the Kais and stuff, and then the 2 skill, which I already explained. So, is this deck for sale?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
just make an offer.
If you make an offer and it's ridiculous, I probably will send it to you. Hopefully Matt doesn't mind. So
we'll make him a new deck with the money we make.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, that's our deck. Like I said, it's really fun. You'd be surprised how competitive it is. It works out really nicely. So take it easy, guys. Let me know what you think.